bad. Yeah, no problem. All
Oh
right, bet.
man.
All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Rich Off Creating Podcast. I'm your co-host, Sean.
And I'm Wayne.
All right, second podcast.
Episode number 2.
Thank you to everyone who watched the first one. Gave us some feedback, so hopefully this one is better.
That was a good first episode though.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Jumped out the gate with some heat.
Yeah.
The only complaint everybody had was the volume. So
yeah.
I'm saying.
But we good, we back. Everything good to
we
go.
back. Definitely figured out how to work the audio and everything properly. So, all right. Good week.
Good week, bro.
Good week.
It's one of those, the year started out, so everything just kick off a little bit slow, but now it done, got back in the groove it's supposed to be.
Facts. That recap we posted today.
Did well too.
Yeah, people was rocking with that for sure.
Yeah, people love to see, the behind the scenes of what's going on in your business. So that's always something we're gonna keep doing is that recap for 2024.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, we slowly getting back to it. I think we had a few shoots, but
not the regular amount of shoots, but
Yeah,
still.
not the regular amount of shoots. I think people are slowly getting back into the groove of everything.
Yeah.
But in this segment, we're definitely just gonna touch on like 3 shoots we did this week that we think we can provide some game for you guys, give you a little bit of insight and maybe help take your shoot, or it's things you can incorporate into your next photo shoot. So we're just gonna break down 3 shoots. You want to go first, or you want me to go?
No, you go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So the first shoot I did was for Stella. All right, so the first shoot I did personally, this past week was a shoot for our client Stella. Shout out to Stella, been rocking with us for about 2 years now. So of course, if you're watching on YouTube, we're gonna put everything on the screen, so everything makes sense for you. So this was Stella's outfit inspiration that she sent me, and let me know she wanted something. She's gonna make this outfit herself. This is what the outfit's gonna look like. What can we do? Then she sent me these 3 images as her reference images. So I already knew she was going for something different with gels. She specifically mentioned that it had to have purple and blue lighting. So at first I really wasn't rocking with the purple and blue lighting because the outfit was black and silver.
Oh, so you didn't know how it would come out?
Yeah, I didn't know how it would look, but I kind of took a deep dive into Pinterest and kind of seen how the colors were with other people that took pictures with them. So I ultimately was like, all right, we'll just try to make it work.
Yeah.
So this is the lighting setup I did right here. As you can see, my key light was the beauty dish with the grid, at a 45-degree angle from her. To my right, to her left, at about a 45-degree angle as well, I had the snoot with a blue gel on it, just a circle, the spotlight. And then behind her, pointed at the background and her slightly too, because I wanted a little bit of the light to touch her and kind of give her a nice little purple rim, and hair, because the purple hit her hair, kind of rimmed her out. I had a light with a purple gel on it, with just a reflector, or the cone. Some people refer to it, but just a reflector.
Yeah.
So I began by isolating my lights. I did the blue gel first, the circle with the blue gel first, because I just wanted to see how that would look, if that placement was okay. You see it right here in this picture, how that came out. That's only one light. And then I introduced my background light / rim light, with the purple gel. As you can see right here, it definitely started to look like what I envisioned in my mind. So you have the purple gradient look falling off the background, as it kind of was intense at the top, and then as created a gradient going closer to the ground.
We have a pretty big white wall, so that's pretty much how anything that we point at that white wall comes out. Yeah,
for sure. And I was definitely intentional about having that purple light angled high and down, because I definitely wanted that intensity at the top, so you could kind of see right here.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so it just kind of that fall off. Then I brought my key light into the frame. At first I had my key light off, my beauty dish off to my right, which is her left. You can see in this image, it wasn't very flattering For some reason, it just didn't pop to me. It didn't stand out. So I moved my key light, the beauty dish, to my left, her right now, and I had it directly hitting her. It's primarily because of the grid. You know, of course, it has the small range, so it's primarily just hitting her face and her upper torso. And then this is what I came up with right here, as you guys can see on the screen.
And this one you're shooting shadow side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see on the screen right here, this is what the final image looked like. Definitely nailed her vision. She loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, one of my strongest gel looks for sure, and I think it was different. And I think what made it stand out definitely was having the blue gel on our snoot with the circle gobo. Yeah, and I'll just add some videos right here so y'all can see. She had it blown up for her birthday party. Came out nice, and I'll show you guys a few images of like other poses we did and kind of switched up the lighting a little bit. Yeah, so that was a good way to start off the year in terms of like a strong look.
What is that? Is that your first shoot for the year so far?
Yeah, this was my first shoot. Yeah. Of course, after that we did a few, but
yeah, because you know the week ran.
Yeah. And I think it was good to do that shoot and have it come out how I wanted to. Because before, like when we took our break and when we first got back, I was kind of in a creative slump where I feel like I couldn't even put together any looks. I didn't really have any ideas or anything like that. So this definitely helped like get me back into my groove.
Well, you had like photographer's block.
Yeah, I had photographer's block for sure. Like I feel like I couldn't think. Like I didn't have any good ideas. And then once I kind of got this down,
then it was like, yo, good to go.
Yeah, like immediately ideas started flowing. I started seeing like where I could take things with other shoots in the future.
No, I understand.
For sure. And I know you had Tammy shoot.
Yeah, so
branding.
Tammy's one of our branding clients. It's one of the clients that we've basically had her on a retainer basis, but not official. So that's one of the goals, is to kind of lock her in on that retainer basis. One thing is a quick game for photographers, try to work on some retainers to give you some, consistent, predictable income.
Facts.
Especially for like, brand owners, apparel stores, stuff like that, Facts. You could definitely create some predictable income when you have these retainer clients. And what she needed for this shoot, basically, all she wanted to do was update her inventory, right? Photos of new things that she brought in and some old pieces that she wanted to, to update. And typically, when she comes in for these sessions, she wants, items or photographs to put on our website. So those typical e-com shots, and then also things that, for socials. So something that's a little bit more engaging, something that's a little bit more creative, right?
Yeah.
And for this, particular shot, she was doing some loungewear. Yeah. So I knew for that, I kind of wanted to jump to that bag. And you go on Pinterest, you're going to see like a million loungewear shoots, right?
For sure. And I think you nailed it, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, because this is one of those looks that's easy. It's go-to. It's on the white wall for sure, but it's one of those looks that is crisp, clean, right? So with this one, it was pretty simple because I was using a large umbrella with diffusion, silver umbrella. And that's always going to give you a nice wraparound look on the white wall, right? But one thing that I did to kind of, give it some separation and a little bit of kick is add a little rim light off to the side, right?
With a strip, right?
Yeah, because as you can see right here, she has jet black hair like running down the side of her body, right? So, of course, it serves as a rim light and hair light because you never want, I'm not going to say it's a rule, but it's like a go-to for me when I see like jet black hair, is to add a little bit of highlight in there with the light.
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like when you edit that, it just give it that luxury.
Precisely,
like that
especially when you're shooting it on like on the white wall. Sometimes it can kind of seem like just like a cutout if you don't give it some type of dynamic lighting. Right?
Facts.
And these little bit of highlights that you add there, it's definitely good to go. So we're gonna put up the both shots on the screen, the ones that we did for the regular e-com, and then the shots that we did for a little creative, engaging thing for our socials. Yeah. But definitely that's also goes back to the first lighting episode that we talked about. We were like, yo, you got to have a little bit of looks in your bag. Yeah, because
that's facts.
Yeah, it's easy e-com shots. And the e-com shots I shot typically the same way. It was a large umbrella with diffusion. The only difference is the first shot, I kind of had the light out to the side to create a little bit of contrast. e-com shots are a lot different. You don't want contrast. You want bright, illuminated looks. You want the entire outfit to show because, you know, people are browsing on websites. They need correct color and they need, you know, to see everything exposed properly. So it's a lot less moody in the shot. The light is direct. And then, you know, a light for just kicking off to the side to add a lower rim.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was pretty straightforward in terms of looks. But definitely, and then we shot another look which I'm gonna put up on the screen also with a large window.
Yeah, with the window gobo.
Yeah, and definitely I love using gobos, bro.
Yeah,
love using gobos, and
so
it's easy, bro.
I have a question. Well, not a question, but I do want you to expand on something that I think people could benefit from. How did you? If you can explain how you got the window, you brought the window in, the window gobo in without it affecting affecting the subject. Yeah. So that light didn't even touch the subject and she separated from. How did you do that?
So when we use the gobos, we're using it out of a projection unit or a snoot, right? These are very direct lights, so these point straight in one direction to wherever you're going, right? So these gobos are just a load of inserts that you put in and they come in a variety of shapes, right? I had this angle directly towards the white wall. And that light is pointed directly there and it's not affecting her at all. So it doesn't create any type of rim light or separation light because it's not interacting with her at all, right? This goes onto the background. And typically a rule of thumb for me when I'm using gobos is if I want it to show, it has to be more powerful than whatever fill light that I'm using.
Okay, so in this shot right here, what'd you have the snoot at? So
the gobo, the snoot with the gobo is I had on full power 1/1. And I'm using the Flashpoint Explorer 600 at full power. And that's typically because we have a big studio and our white wall is so large. I typically shoot when I'm using gobos at a very high power. Yeah. To, you know, make sure everything shows up properly with the gobos. And then for my key light, I didn't use a rim light in this situation. I just had one key light on her. And it was, again, that umbrella with the Fusion, silver umbrella. And it was just off to the side, creating a little bit of contrast on the left side of her face. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. It's a simple look, but it also, you know, it's creative with the lighting.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think I think you nailed it with that because in the image you'll see like the outfit is still highlighted.
Yeah, because she was wearing white, and a lot of people think white on white is like, oh, you're gonna shoot on white. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and then that's a way to make the subject stand out, make the outfit stand out.
Yeah,
and
because
still have it be represented.
And gobos overall, or when you shoot with a snoot and you project anything onto the background, it creates a type of depth in that shot, so it makes it a lot more interesting. And again, it serves as something that's gonna, you know, be a little bit more engaging on our socials than just something on a white background, like, you know,
exactly.
Shot.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Tammy because, like you said before, it's she does it. We don't officially have a retainer with her, but she shoots at us so often. It's like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely like a retainer client. All right, so the second campaign branding shoot we had this week was for Trash Mag.
Shout out to Trash Mag.
Yeah, shout out to Trash Mag. If you guys aren't familiar with them, but I'm sure you've seen it.
Sure,
all their videos go viral with the yellow background. Yeah,
for sure.
Shout out to all of them. But they hit us up to do some branding work for their hats that they're dropping, and also their trash bin. That's of course
infamous trash bin.
Infamous trash bin, right? That's a staple in all of their videos. And then here's how some of the shots came out. Definitely enjoyed doing this project. We don't get a lot of product branding, but it's always good when we can step into that bag. Yeah. Generally, what do we do for the setup? I mean, for the background,
so that is pretty simple because, you know, we have like a, what is that? Like a 57-inch.
Yeah, a little white IKEA
seamless,
table.
Yeah. And then we just put up a seamless white backdrop and we just, you know.
Yeah.
On there.
And then you'll see, I think one thing I want to highlight from that look is how we made the base where the products were white and the background was a little off-white.
Yeah.
That way to make the product stand out and still not give that flat white, which is a little boring. Yeah. So, of course, we cut a piece of seamless paper from Savage, the same roll, put a white paper on the table, folded it over and everything. And then we hung the backdrop on backdrop stands. and put it about 2 feet away
back from the actual table.
We shot with a large parabolic umbrella.
Yeah.
And we had it not angled so vertically. I think we tilted it a little bit, so not so much light spills light on that background. Yeah. And like as you can see in this shot, I think it's simple but super clean. The hats stand out to me. But it's still a strong e-com image. Like if you post this on a site, like, you know, it's simple enough to blend in, but strong enough to stand out.
Yeah.
And then the second shots, which were your idea with the trash can.
Yeah, it was dope. It's a little bit more moody. Well, we did
some flat shit.
We did some flat things too with just adding the trash paper into it. Yeah, which was pretty dope because, you know, it made it a little bit more suggestive to what it is. Yeah. And then we did some cool shots with just like throwing the paper at the bin and just like shooting a high shutter just to capture these papers like falling. That was dope too.
For sure. I'll put those images up so you guys can see that. Yeah. So if you guys are watching on YouTube.
And then we did something that was more like portfolio. It's not something that they requested, but something that we wanted to have in our portfolio with a little bit of mood with the hat and the trash can.
Yeah. So for that look, what'd you do? You just put a reflector cone. Yeah. I know some people call it a cone, but it's called a reflector.
It's a color reflector with a grid. It was like a 10-degree grid.
10-degree grid
that we put inside of it. Yeah. And I'm going to show you guys also what that looks like. Yeah,
definitely. And we just had that hit the hat.
Exposing for the hat alone.
And then we put a AD 200 inside the garbage bin to kind of give it a glow. Yeah, it was pretty fire. So as you guys can see right here.
Yeah.
It was a very quick shoot, very straightforward.
Yeah. Like you said, bro, we don't get a lot of product branding, but we're good at shooting product shots.
Yeah,
so
it's definitely like top 3 favorite things to shoot.
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of times when we do product branding, and there's no offense to the clients, but a lot of times they drop the product off.
Yeah.
And we're kind of able to work at our own pace. And in our own space and just kind of, you know,
get what we need.
Yeah, do our thing
on our time.
Yeah, for sure. So shout out to Trash Mag again for, you know, just trusting us, explaining their vision to us, and you know, reaching out to us. Shout out to them. All right. The next thing I wanted to touch on, and let me just provide a little context of like why I want to talk about it. Was something that was a key component. Going back to Black Friday last year. Something that was a key component in our success that we saw Black Friday. When we ran our Black Friday sale, because when I look at it, we had a lot of new clients booked for sure. And, you know, that's just the brand reach, social media, word of mouth.
For sure.
But there were so many return clients that we had. And I have to chalk it up to our SMS and our email campaigns that we ran. For sure. And the way we incorporated AI to really get the best results from that.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so digital marketing has always been something that we've acknowledged as being imperative in how we, you know, continue to have repeat clients and continue to have, like, you know, boost in sales in different periods of times, Black Friday, holidays. So what we did this year that was a little bit different with the introduction of like Chat GPT, and Chat GPT was out before.
Yeah.
But typically what we would do is reach out to copywriters, and they would give us a price, whether it be Fiverr or Upwork. We'd reach out to copywriters and they'd give us a price to basically write a set of SMS prompts or email prompts for our campaigns. This year, we took a different approach. We went to ChatGPT and basically inputted the framework of the prompts that we wanted for our sales. And to take it back, what we did was basically even ask ChatGPT how we should go about structuring the intervals for these messages and emails that we sent.
Because we sent multiple throughout the day.
Yeah, multiple throughout the day. And I will say, like, they did an outstanding job, like, at just, you know, giving us like prompts that we'd pay hundreds of dollars for copywriters to give.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not only did we make a lot of money on Black Friday, but we also saved a
A
ton.
ton.
Yeah, between the Black Friday and the holidays and what we would typically spend on copywriting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So I will say, definitely AI has made our life a lot easier when it comes to our digital market, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Implementing AI into our digital marketing has been a breeze. I think the fact that you're able to let AI know, okay, this is what I want.
Yeah,
You can even tell ChatGPT the effect you want it to have.
exactly.
Who's your target audience?
Yeah, because of course,
Yeah.
like when they send out the problems, literally all I send back is, okay, I want this to sound a little bit more casual. This to sound a little bit more emotional. So I add these things in there that I know my audience is gonna appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And then they give me something that I can definitely just easily copy and paste and send out to my clients. And then that alone, because like you said, on Black Friday we send out multiple texts throughout the day,
Mm-hmm.
and then even before Black Friday we send out an entire campaign leading up to build up the hype for Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it gave us a ton of return, bro. Black Friday we made so much money.
Yeah.
And then another thing that we because a lot of people say as photographers you shouldn't even run sales, right?
Yeah, which is
And
yeah.
we run one sale every year,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like you say, right? The philosophy of it is it's a loss leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy way to input clients into our ecosystem. It's like when you sign an introductory rate to a company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're able now to input them in our ecosystem, and we have these big clients that we can, turn into future clients for different looks. Whether it's a different occasion in their life or they're starting a business or something, we can take a small intro rate and turn that into thousands of dollars over the long term.
Yeah, across multiple years, because I can't name them off the top of my head, but I specifically remember clients we had from 2 Black Fridays ago.
Yeah.
Who now book us throughout the year, birthday, family, branding.
Simple.
And yeah, we took a hit. We did 40% off of the original.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's a loss leader.
Yeah.
It's like the cost to acquire a client.
Precisely.
When you think about, like, in the grand scheme of things, let's say hypothetically this person shoots every birthday, every holiday with you for 5 years.
Yeah.
And you technically spent whatever your discount was, whether it was like $200 off your original price.
Yeah.
$200 to get 3,000, 4,000
over nothing to think about.
Yeah, over the span of 5 years from one client is crazy.
So I do agree with the philosophy that your photography business shouldn't be based around heavy sales.
Correct.
Because you do attract clients who are dependent on a sale in order to make a purchase. But in our case, we run a sale a year. Our Black Friday sales are a sale that we get in all of our heavy new clients, and then we just nurture our clients throughout the year. And the introduction of AI into our business for our digital market allows us to easily nurture these clients throughout the entire year.
Correct.
Because it's instead of us paying hundreds of dollars in copywriters, now we just simply input prompts, and now we use Active Campaign and
Klaviyo.
Simple Text.
Oh, Simple Text. Sorry.
Yeah, and we're able to over time just nurture these clients, bring them in for more sales, and it takes so much stress off our head because we shoot a lot, bro.
Yeah.
So
it gives us a chance to focus on the creative while still not ignoring the admin, for lack of a better word, side of things.
Yeah, and as a freelance photographer, bro, incorporating AI into your business will give you a whole edge up on the competition, because a lot of people aren't going to be using that. We're still in the introductory stages of people being introduced to AI. So if you use this now within the upcoming years, you're really going to give yourself an edge, because not only can you get advice on your sales process and on the language to speak to your clients, but you also have the ability now to get ideas on structures and systems for your business.
Yeah. Exactly. Because I know a lot of photographers and creatives in general have been, super enthused about the AI aspect in terms of Photoshop.
Yeah.
What you're able to do in Photoshop now. But I don't think it can be ignored what it can do for you, sales wise.
Yeah.
Digital marketing wise. So I think, imagine this, right? You could incorporate it with your photo shoots. So you could create whatever your wildest dream is. And you can also use it to make that sales process easier, which is the more boring side of it, which a lot of us don't like.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Exactly.
So yeah. I think it was it was definitely noteworthy, and that's why I wanted to mention it, because I think that's something we definitely have to share with everybody.
It's a game changer for sure.
Yeah,
Bro.
it game changer on Black Friday for sure. We saved hundreds in copywriting.
It made thousands.
Yeah, it made thousands.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And then incorporating digital marketing in itself, like that's a whole nother topic for another day.
Yes, I'm saying. I mean, we'll give y'all the game, in another episode. We'll break down everything, bro. But definitely, it's one of the things that you have to focus on in your photography business, especially as a new photographer. Because we have like thousands of clients in our email list. We have like 4,000 contacts in our email list, and a little less, but around the same amount in our SMS list, right? So definitely, having something like AI technology giving us insight and prompts on how to speak to these clients, it makes it powerful, bro. So I'm saying
sure.
Over the years, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna do this year and how we can easily incorporate this into all of our big holiday seasons.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. We can definitely launch a couple of sales. So not sales, but basically around occasions like it's gonna be holidays, we can definitely, get people excited about coming in for shoots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, make sure y'all tap in with AI in general. Explore the possibilities, not only on the creative front, but on the admin side. And AI is here to, make our life easier. So definitely tap in and see what it could truly do for us. All right. You said you had you found some content this week that you wanted to share.
Yeah, so one thing we're gonna try to do like week over week is basically, highlight some people that, that show work that we think is like dope. Yeah. And something I saw, bro, and I sent it to you when I saw it, was that Lindsay Adler look with gels. And it's crazy that we're talking about
gels in this episode. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put the picture right here for y'all. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna challenge you real quick.
Yeah.
Guess the light setup.
All right, let me look. Cause this
guess the light setup. Let me see.
All right, so what I would say here, right? Because when you look at her face is.
Send me the picture. My bad. Let me have it open. Send it to me one more
Her
time.
face is the brightest thing that you look at, right? So I'm gonna say there's a separate light on her face, right? Either it's a grid, right? A cone with a grid. And I think it is a reflector with a grid for sure, right?
Yeah.
Because if it were a beauty dish, I think a lot more of her would be exposed. It would have been
a larger spill.
Yeah.
Correct. I see.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say a cone with a grid for the face, right? And then I'm going to say it's a separate fill light for the rest of her body, right? I see individual blue lights here, right? But I do think a lot of this must have been mixed in post, bro.
In post, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that cloud effect was added in post, which created that kind of like interesting texture on the background.
Yeah.
But I do think she had certain lights here in studio, of course. I see the pink light.
Yeah.
You see that on her left side. You see that pink rim. And you also could see blue.
I definitely see it because I see the shadow pushing forward.
Yeah, you see it pushing forward. So there's definitely, like you said, I think that's like a 5 or 10 degree light here in the face.
Yeah.
Rim light on this side. I'm trying to see. I feel like there's a blue light for sure, because look at her hair.
Yeah, it's definitely
look at her hair.
Light.
There's a blue light in production as well.
Yeah.
In studio as well.
Definitely.
So
it's just a mixture that I think is like is dope.
I think I want to say this is probably a 3 light setup.
Let me think.
And maybe a 3 light setup with a lot done in post.
So what I think also, maybe the fill light, bro, is with
4.
a gel. Maybe the fill light is with a gel.
Now that you mentioned a fill, yes.
Because if you look at the saturation in her skin, it's like a pinkish hue to that saturation. So maybe, but that pink is also the rim light too.
Also the rim lights. There's a fill light though for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you just use a grid, a reflector with a grid,
and the light in the back, you just see a silhouette for the rest of the body.
Silhouette for everything. So yes, fill light for sure. That's why she got the subject her entire body exposed.
Yeah.
Pink light over here, fill lights. I'm sure she just used an umbrella for the fill light.
Yeah.
Pink light for the rim. There's another blue light, I'm sure, acting. Oh, maybe the blue light is hitting the background higher than the pink light. Why you don't see it on the floor?
That would make sense.
Right?
Yeah, so that highlight spot could be a lot higher, even out of frame.
Yeah.
And then it's just spilling down.
Spilling down. Because
That's true.
it's only at her hair.
That's very true.
All right. 4 light. That's my guess. Hopefully she drops a video on this so we can see if we wrong or right. Hey, if we're right, we're the truth.
Nah, for real. But we gonna see.
Yeah.
And then we can just add the link to the video in the comments if somebody reaches out. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. I actually don't have anything that I saw this week. But
no, you got a parting tip?
A parting tip.
Yeah, just one piece of game that you give to somebody, man. A new photographer, a photographer that's been in the game, anything.
A parting tip.
Even a little piece of advice, something.
Grouping lights. Learn the trigger and grouping lights.
Yeah.
There's no way you could do good gel looks without it.
Yeah. No, take the time to understand. I mean, if you're a photographer, you shoot in studio, bro.
Yeah. For sure. If you shoot a lot in studio and you want to do the gel looks, my final parting tip for this episode is please learn how the grouping, where you can group your key light on A, rim light on B, fill light on C.
Yeah.
And then from there you learn how to isolate lights and see what does what. But that's my parting tip for a really good gel look. Learn how to group your lights.
Yeah, man, y'all need to step y'all game up, bro. It's 2024, bro.
Listen, man.
Get it together.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's it for this week. It's a lot of things to look forward to in the future for us.
Yeah, we got some exciting. We had a good meeting this week.
We had a good meeting this week.
Great. We got some exciting things coming in the new year.
And we're vlogging everything. Y'all hold us accountable. If y'all don't see us posting what we're doing, hit us up and be like, y'all tripping, please. We're trying to vlog everything.
And as for the studio, we also have some
major upgrades,
big renovations happening.
Yeah.
So if you do use if you're not using 27 lens studios and you're in South Florida, you tripping.
Yeah, you tripping for sure.
I'm gonna say that first of all.
Yeah. It's all right though. When we do the upgrades, they gonna see. They gonna see.
You gonna see.
It's a lot to look forward to. Maternity shoots coming up, campaigns coming up.
Yeah, we got some crazy maternity shoots coming up.
For sure. Vlogging everything. So y'all just stay tapped in. It's 2024.
Yeah, we gonna
middle of the first month, man. Like let's keep our foot on the gas all 12 months.
Yeah, man. We gonna see y'all.
For sure. See y'all next episode, man.
All right, y'all stay up.
Yo.